Thank you for listening and coming to this important lecture about physical activity versus exercise. My name is Rotem Sol. I'm a physical therapist, a pelvic floor physical therapist, and I adjust physical activity and exercise to people from different kind of backgrounds. So for the lecture today, I prepared some interesting ways to look at physical activity and exercise. So I'm going to talk about challenges. What exactly is the challenges when you start doing exercise? And what's the difference between physical activity and exercise? And what does it have to do with your health? So first of all, talking about the differences. Physical exercise is something that you do during your day, any body movements that results in the utilization of energy, any energy. I don't mean any passive motion. Anything active counts in climbing upstairs, sitting and getting up from a chair, moving your neck, doing any kind of movement while you work, etc. Exercise, on the contrary, is repetitive. It's a more structured thing, focused on a specific action like strength, maximum voluntary power, coordination, balance, cardio. It's usually performed to acquire any health benefits and body fitness. So the argument we have today, as the scientific argument, is what do we get out of physical exercise and what do we get out of exercise? So it's pretty different. We know that when we do physical activity or physical exercise, we benefit the minimizing of weight gain during our lifespan. We know that we maintain some range of motion if we do it in specific range of motion. We know we can even modify some musculoskeletal pains, but the effect is not the same effect as exercise. Exercise give us the mobility and range of motion during our lifespan. It improves our cardiovascular system. It prevents us from getting sick. It can even take care of some conditions like diabetes, like hypertension, and the National Organization for Health uh, suggests that we do a minimum of 150 minutes a week, not of physical activity, of exercise. So there are different ways to measure physical exercise or activity versus exercise. And we're not going to talk about it today, but we're not measuring them the same way. For example, if you have like a watch to count your steps, so it refers to physical activity, but not exercise. But if you have the watch and you measure your heartbeats while it goes up when you do a repetitive structured exercise training, so it does measure your time of exercising. So what's exactly NEAT? NEAT is the determination of non-exercise activity that time, and I suggest you take like notes of what do you do during your day that counts as NEAT, like climbing stairs, getting off your chair, having breaks while you sit in front of the computer. And we know that it also helps you to moderate musculoskeletal pain, maintaining and preventing weight gain, but you don't gain the same benefits as exercise. So what are the challenges exactly? Why don't we all just do it? Okay, that's my main question here, because health is a journey, not a destination. It's not a final destination. So we have two challenges that we see through the literature, the scientific literature. First of all is motivation. The motivation to start exercising, going exercising, and the ability to gain consistency, to make it happen, not once, not twice, during our lifespan. So, of course, as women, we have different challenges. Our body is changing due to hormonal changes during our lifespan, during the menopause, during the fertility age, and our exercise, the amount of exercise and the way we exercise changes during our lifespan, but it should not stop. So gaining motivation can also change during our lifespan. Maybe the motivation when we were young is different than the motivation now. We should find the motivation with ourselves or with a person who can help you with that. Consistency. So many people have problem with consistency. And the first question you should ask yourself is, what will make me consistent? And we're going to talk about it today. So first of all, I suggest you think about what is exercise for me in order to find the motivation. I will give you some examples. First of all, it can be like time for myself, the time with myself, no kids, no husband, no partner, no nothing, no job, just myself. Second is self-confidence. If I'm not confident enough, strong enough, if my personality is a personality that I always feel non-confident in myself in a mental way, so I can gain self-confidence through exercising. A personal example, maybe I want to be a personal example for the people around me, for my kids, I don't know. It can be also a way to moderate mood and mental health. Many of us during the lifespan, our mood changes, our mental health is changing. We experience stress and anxiety, and exercise is an amazing way to learn how to cope with anxiety and mood changes. So maybe this is your reason. The next one is preventing diseases. It actually helps us prevent diseases like hypertension, like diabetes, rheumatological diseases, etc. The other one is minimizing risk factors. Some of us has many risk factors that are affected from our genetics or from previous medical history, like cancer, like osteoporosis, like heart diseases, and it actually can help us minimize those risk factors, control those risk factors. The next one is being physically strong. Some of us are feeling the muscle atrophy happening during the lifespan, especially between the 4th and 5th decade of life. So some of us just, it like affects us when we're less strong. We used to be able to lift this and that, and now we're not able to do that. We used to sit on the floor and play with the kids, and now we can't do that because we can't go down because we don't have that range of motion. So some of us want to maintain the range of motion and feeling stronger. The next one is treating my pain. Some of us find exercise the right way to deal with pain, back pain, pelvic pain, neck pain, whatever. And the last one is, I don't understand why I need to exercise. If that's what you think, you should follow the list above and find your reason. After you find your reason, it will be easier for you to find the motivation. And let's talk about consistency too. What will help me achieve the amount of exercise recommended of 115 minutes a week? Some of you can't come for a whole session of 1 or 1.5 hours. You need short exercises you can do at home whenever you want. Some of you need the group support, like a certain time, a certain group, a certain trainer to come and train with. Some of you need a personal trainer. You want to train alone according to your abilities. You don't need the group. You don't want to hear the extra sounds of different people. Some of you need more of creating goals on the short term, seeing the results. Okay, what should I see? What should I expect? What are my short-term goals? Some of you don't need the short-term goals because it's not enough. They need the long-term goals. They need to see longer. And the last one is just having fun. Some of you say that you don't do specific exercises because you suffer. You don't want to suffer. You want to exercise and have fun. So in order to achieve the amount of exercise you need to find what's the best way for you, what works for you. Each exercise should contain the basic movements that we should keep. 7 basic movement patterns are known in the literature as squatting, lunging, pushing something, pulling something, bending forward, twisting, and gait, which means walking, running, whatever. So when you exercise, you should take care that your exercise contains of all those 7 basic movement patterns. Moreover, you should take care of the fact that in your exercise, you should have all the components of what we call physical fitness: coordination, balance, cardio, strength, and maximum voluntary power. What is the difference between beliefs and values, and why do I want to talk about it when we deal with exercise? So first of all, what are values? Values are a person's own set of principles, which they consider of great importance. For example, in exercise, if I think like one of my values is exercise is an important part of my life, this is a value. Belief, it's an idea that is accepted as true without any facts. It means that we can believe in something which is not necessarily real or proved. For example, if I train when I am tired, I will hurt myself. Many people think that it's a belief. It's not true, but it's a belief. Maybe I need to modify my exercise, but if I train when I'm tired, it won't hurt me, but it's still a belief. And if I believe it, and at the end of the day I'm tired, I won't come training. The last one is attitude, a way of thinking or feeling with regards to someone or something. Meaning, what do I think or feel about exercising? I feel I cannot exercise because I'm always tired. Okay? So I can think exercise is important. It's an important part of my life. But I believe that if I'm tired and I train, I will get myself hurt. And that's why I feel that I cannot exercise, because I have the time only at the end of the day and I'm always tired, so I better not exercise. So just to show you the 3 circles and how they can affect your behavior when you refer to exercising. More about values versus beliefs when it comes to exercise. So values refer to principles or standards, like I said, one's judgment of what is important in life. In contrary, beliefs refer to the conviction of acceptance that something exists or is true, especially without a proof. And I'll give the example. For example, exercise is important. It should be a part of my life. This is value. And on the contrary, we have 2 beliefs. Exercise should not be too hard for me, which is not necessarily true, because hard might mean you're improving. I believe I don't need it if I am skinny. Okay, so many women think, no, exercise is like too hard for me. And if I'm skinny anyway, so I don't need it. So they can have the values of exercise is important and it should be a part of my life. But when it comes to their beliefs, actual beliefs, the beliefs are different. So values and beliefs can even contradict. So when we have specific values, we have to follow with the right beliefs in order to be motivated to do exercise. What about pain and exercise? Many people ask me about what do I do with exercise if I'm in pain, which is a good question. So you do not exercise when you are in pain. This is a belief. But you can say, I modify my exercise when I have pain. This is an attitude. Another belief, exercise can cause you pain. Okay, exercise doesn't cause us pain. Scaling up too fast can cause us pain. Okay, this is an attitude. So if I'll scale myself down a bit, it won't cause me pain. If I go slowly and go up slowly and not too fast, it won't cause me pain. The third one is if I train hard, it can hurt my muscles and I will experience pain, which is not true. Training hard builds up your muscles. If you feel it's too much for you, scale down and go slowly back up. This is an attitude. And the last one, pain means I have to stop my exercise. Many people think that if they feel any kind of pain, they should immediately stop their exercises for 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe more. So the right attitude should be pain protects you and forces you to listen to your body, meaning to modify the exercise, to use a professional person who can help you modify the exercise so you can do it anyway. So I really hope I helped you with that, and thank you for listening to me. Ciao.